Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yoga Therapy made possible by UCLA Health's Integrative Medicine Collaborative. My name is Julie, and I'm going to be your guide today. We'll begin the practice either seated or standing. Remember that both options are correct, and just decide which one is going to better serve your purpose. Let's start from the bottom, look down at the feet, and make sure you are seated or standing hip width apart. We want to stack the joints here, so make sure that the hips are right on top of knees, knees right on top of ankles. One hand on the low back, one on the belly. You want to tuck the tail so that the pelvis slightly tilts upward. If you're sitting in the chair, press the hips equally into the chair. Reach the hands down toward the floor. Tuck the chin so that the ear is right on top of shoulder, shoulder on top of hip. And we begin our practice here in the seated or standing mountain pose. Notice that we stop before we start, using the body today to help us center. Bring your awareness to pressure, the points of the body that are connected to the floor or the chair, maybe the back on the back of the chair, becoming very aware of pressure. Let go of anything that happened today and any concern for what might happen or what you need to do in the future, and come into this body, into this moment, in this mountain pose. From here, shift your awareness to the breath. First, notice the unassisted quality of the breath, and then begin consciously breathing in and out through the nostrils, with the breath initiating in the abdominal region. Choose a rhythm and a pace that works for you. So we use the body to help us come into the moment. Now we're moving into the more subtle aspect of self that we call the respiratory system. Let the breath be like an anchor that keeps you in the moment. We know that there is medicine here by practicing being in the moment. Equal parts inhale and exhale. Keeping the breath steady and smooth. Notice that conscious breathing is the beginning of conscious movement. With every inhale, the belly comes away from the spine. With every exhale, pulling it back. And let's begin to follow this breath now. With your inhale, flip the palms away, chin comes up. And with your exhale, bring the hands to the thighs and slide them down. This is your posture. Inhale as you open, and exhale as you flex and fold. If you're standing, you can bring a bend to the knee. Knees are tracking right over the feet without passing the toes. A few more like this. And return to either the seated or standing mountain pose. We're going to bring a circular motion to the torso now. Hands on the hips if you're standing. And if you're in the chair, you might want to try your hands on your hips, or you can keep your hands on your thighs. We're just going to isolate the torso here. Inhale, come forward, and exhale, come back. So the head and the neck will go along for the ride, but try to keep this as best as you can, bringing the flesh of the torso round and round. Notice you chose a direction and head in the opposite direction. Inhale forward and exhale back. And return to the hold. If you're standing, move to the right side of the chair, bringing the left hand to the back of the chair. We're going to release the right hip. If you're in the chair, grab onto the right hamstring, clasping the hands. And if you're standing, if you have good sense of balance, you can do this as well. Looking straight ahead, drop the shoulder, drop the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Rotate the right ankle left and right, right and left. Still consciously breathing. Remember, it's the most important part of the practice. If you're standing, let the right foot come down, seated as well. Return to the seated or standing mountain pose. If you're standing, come to the left of the chair, right hand comes. Seated or standing, grab onto the left hamstring, maybe clasping the hands behind. If you're standing, maybe not. This is a balanced posture if you're standing. And if you're seated, make sure the hips are pressed equally into the chair. Check the tongue and the jaw and the shoulders, giving into gravity. Rotate the left ankle right and left and right. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, release the left foot down to the floor. Seated or standing, we'll practice a few sun salutations. Inhale as you circle, sweep, or reach up. Exhale, lead with the heart and swan dive down. Inhale, come halfway up, and exhale, fold. Bend in the knees, circle, sweep, reach up and lengthen. Exhale, close the pose, hands in front of the heart. Take an inhale and exhale here. Repeating, dropping the hands, reach. With your exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Sweep and reach and lengthen. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Take a break and a gap here. Continuing, drop the hands. Inhale, reach. Exhale, leading with the heart, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway up and exhale down. Sweep and reach with your inhale. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Two more sun salutations. Drop the hands and reach with the inhale. With the exhale, follow the breath down. Inhale, halfway up and exhale down. Sweep, reach. Exhale, close the pose. Here's a gap, a break, a pause. Here's our last sun salutation. On your own, letting the breath lead. With the inhale, effort. With the exhale, ease. Inhale, reach. And exhale, ease back to the heart. Equal pressure, both hands. And notice the shift, the change you've created. Notice the heat, increase in pulse rate. This is activation. If you're standing, come to the chair. So we'll all be on the chair now. Let's check the placement of the tailbone. Move the flesh away from the sitting bones. Tailbone connected to the chair. And check the placement of the joint. Remember, we want to have nice lines here from the ankle to the knee, from the knee to the hip, from the hip all the way up through the crown of the head, tucking the chin back. With your next inhale, reach the right arm up. And with your exhale, bring your hand to the top of the head. And now bring the right ear toward the right shoulder. Option to slide the left hand underneath the hip or the thigh. We're going to hold this pose, breathing in and out. Notice if you are clenching or tightening anywhere else in the body, maybe pelvic floor or the brow. Take a deep inhale here and exhale, return to neutral. Here's another gap, a break, a pause. Let's go to the other side. Reach the left arm up with your inhale. With the exhale, the hand comes to the top of the head, maybe a little to the side. Left ear toward left shoulder, with the option of sliding the right hand underneath the hip and the thigh. Without exceeding your edge, breathing in and out. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, unwind and return to the seated neutral posture, hands on the thighs. With your inhale, extend the chin, lengthen the spine. And with your exhale, reverse it. Chin comes to chest, straightening out the elbows. Inhale, bend the elbows and extend. And exhale, straighten and fold. Continue on your own. Notice you've chosen a rhythm and a pace. Your ability to discern, my teacher says, is a superpower of being human. And we are reconnecting with that without giving account. Just listening and responding. One more, just like this. As you return to the neutral seated posture. Inhale, right arm comes up again. Exhale, bring it to the top or the side of the head. Bring the right ear toward the right shoulder. If the eyes are closed, open them. And without moving your head, look up toward the sky. And breathe. We'll be here for about 20 seconds. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale, release back to neutral. Here's another opportunity to rest, digest, renew, balancing out ease and effort. Inhaling, reach the left arm up. Exhale, hands to the top or side of the head. With the eyes open, bring the left ear toward the left shoulder without moving the head or the neck. Look up. And breathe, holding the pose, not holding the breath. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, return to neutral. Hands are on the thighs, cats and cows again. Inhale as you extend. Exhale, flex and fold. A few more of these on your own. Last one like this. And return to the neutral seated posture. Notice how many times in a practice we return to neutrality. Not effort, not ease, but a balance of the two. Here's the last add-on. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, top of the head, side of the hip, right ear to right shoulder. With your next inhale, extend the left arm out. And with your exhale, grab onto the right rib. So left hand to right rib. Take an inhale here. And with your exhale, you're going to crunch on the right side. Left hand on right rib, lengthening on the left side of the torso, squeezing on the right with the eyes open without moving anything except the eyes. Look up, and we'll be here for about 15 seconds. Inhale and exhale, release, return to neutral. Here's another gap, a break, or a pause. If at any moment in the practice you feel dizzy or tired or disoriented, please come to the neutral position. If you'd like to continue, reach the left arm up with your inhale, with your exhale, side of or top of the head. Left ear toward left shoulder. With your inhale, extend the right arm out. With your exhale, wrap it around. Grab onto the left rib. Inhale here. Exhale, squeeze and crunch on the left, lengthening on the right with the eyes open. Look up and hold the pose. You may feel some burping or a yawn. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, release, coming back to the neutral seated posture. Inhale, nostrils. Sigh it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling and exhale. Last one on your own. We'll practice a seated twist next. You can keep the legs facing forward, or you can bring them to the right. Both options are correct. But do make sure you're not leading with the heart here. You want to tuck, push the tail in, ear on top of shoulder, shoulder on top of hip. With your inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, follow the breath as you twist toward the right. And here you can place the hands wherever feels right. Maybe the left hand comes to the outer edge of the right thigh. Maybe it rests on the thigh. That right hand can grab onto the back of the chair, or maybe reaching the back of the hand toward the left hip. 3 deep inhales and exhales wherever you are. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, take a deep inhale. Exhale as you unwind head, shoulders, and low back. We'll do the twist on the opposite side, either sitting neutral or bringing your legs to the left side. Sit up tall. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen in the spine. Exhale, follow the breath, starting the twist in the low back. The upper back and the cervical spine will follow. And here you have those options again, maybe grabbing onto the back of the chair. Right hand can come to the left outer thigh, maybe resting on the quadricep muscle. Left hand reaches back behind you, maybe. Wherever you are, 3 deep inhales and exhales. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, unwind head, shoulders, and low back. If your legs are to the side of the chair, bring them back to neutral. forward fold now, either wide, which is friendlier for the hip and the low back, or neutral. Inhale, reach up, follow the breath down as you swan dive and come into safety. Tuck the chin to the chest. You have this beautiful arch in the thoracic spine, in your torso. Still consciously breathing in and out. Back of the lung, back of the heart. Puffing up the back with the inhale. And with the exhale, belly pulls back. A few more breaths here. Slowly keep the chin tucked to the chest as you unfurl, as you unwind and return to the neutral seated posture. Inhale and sigh it out. 2 more on your own. Take a deep inhale here. And with your exhale, slowly bring the chin toward the left shoulder. Nice and easy here. We're just going to hold this pose. Eyes can be opened or closed here. Bringing the chin toward the left shoulder. So this is a twist for the cervical spine in the neck. Remembering not to exceed your edge, but to mind it, not shy away from it. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, return to neutral. Inhaling here. Exhale, chin moves in an even plane toward the right shoulder. Once again, holding the pose, but not holding the breath and breathing. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, return to the neutral seated posture. One last pose before we move into relaxation. It's the seated cobra pose. Lots of options here. You can bring your hands to the side of the chair and grab on. Shoulder blades come together, not up, but back. You can also clasp the hands back behind you, maybe moving away from the back of the chair. Make sure that tailbone is tucked. You can also extend the legs straight out if you like. The function of the pose is to get a sense of expansion in the chest and the heart. Breathing, maybe lifting the chin, maybe not. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, release. And come into a comfortable seated posture. If you like, you can come down to the mat, coming down onto your back. If you're in the chair, scoot back towards the back of the chair so that you feel the support of the chair. Let go of conscious breathing if you haven't already. For 1 minute, we will sit in stillness and quiet and notice the tendencies of the mind to wander, noticing the fluctuating nature of focus. Remember to find your mind wandering is a very important part of the practice. Gently bring it back. 1 minute starts now. We use the breath to shift from internal to external. Bring awareness to the tip of the nose. Feel the cool air as it enters, the warmth of the air as it releases, and begin consciously breathing in and out. And once again, notice the rhythm and the pace that you've chosen. And given the opportunity, when listening and attending to self, let's practice the three breaths up and one long exhale down. We'll do this for 3 rounds. Really important here to not exceed your edge and to not hold the breath. You can think about taking the steps up and taking the elevator down. Inhale, it's 3 quick connected inhales. It looks like this. Continuing on your own. And here's another opportunity to reconnect to stillness and quiet. The stillness and quiet that is always within. We'll sit here for about a minute, beginning now. We come to the practice to reconnect to that aspect of self that is internal, that aspect of self that is always balanced, that feels like home, that feels safe. From this place, use the power of your mind and your imagination to call to mind a safe space outside of yourself. Might be something in nature or someone else's home, might be a sanctuary of sorts. Whatever's coming up for you, call to mind. Notice shape, color, texture, size, maybe even aroma of this safe place that you are calling to mind. And notice how you feel in this sanctuary of self when you use the power of the mind to focus on positivity. These external stimuli are a reminder of what is always within. Take one more look around this safe space that is outside of you. This can also serve as a touchstone of sorts when you're feeling stressed outside of the practice. Just remembering it and calling it to mind. Moment of gratitude for imagination and the mind and memory, and let it go. Once again, awareness to the tip of the nose, consciously breathing in and out. Let this breath inspire some movement in the fingers and the hands and the wrists and the arms and the shoulders. Drop the hands by the side of the body. Inhale, reach the arms up. Press the palms together, exhaling in front of the heart. Bow the head to the wisdom of the heart. Teacher in me acknowledges and bows to and respects the teacher and the wisdom and the light in each one of you. Namaste.
Thank you, Julie.